So this is a very quick video about changing your situation. I love notebooks. I write loads of stuff down in notebooks. I keep gratitude journals. I make lists. I write down my goals and my targets, and I try and think of thoughtful things to kind of put in these videos that I do. And I found one of my notebooks, and it's the one I update once a year. And in that notebook is a whole load of my goals for the year. For the year ahead. And I look back at 2019 and they were all my goals, and I'd achieved some of them, I'd surpassed others. So I wanted to publish and write my second book, not in that order, write and publish my second book, and I'd published my third and my second book. There were other things I'd done, continued to work on my personal development, these kind of things. But there were also a lot of things that I hadn't achieved, and I kind of it made me think, what goals, right? They're great things to have, but how do you actually move towards them? It's very cool to say I have this intention to be stronger, better, more money, bigger house, whatever. But it's useless without an action plan. And I hadn't realised this until I saw my wife doing her own goals, and she was breaking it down into actionable things that you could do on daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So I am stealing that idea, and I'm basically going to tell you what my wife does and what I am now doing. So I've got my goals. So one of them might be to change my financial situation. And so first thing to do when you want to change a situation, and this is what I want to get to in the video, first thing you want to do is become aware of that situation. So we spend a lot of time hiding ourselves from stuff. So, I used to go years without opening bank statements. So every month I would get a letter from the bank, and I would just put it straight in my filing cabinet, and I wouldn't even look at it. And I would hide from the truth. And then I'd get pretty upset when I realised I didn't have any money and I couldn't pay for stuff, or I was in more debt than I wanted to be, that kind of thing. So the first step is to get aware of your situation. So I know people who are overweight. I'm a little bit overweight too. And they will say to me, I don't know how I'm overweight. I eat really well and all this kind of stuff. And then next thing you know, you're seeing them kind of eating chocolate bars or, sandwiches or just really bad food and lots of it. And it's like, and this is not about fat shaming people. There are people who have actual conditions that keep, before people complain, people have actual reasons why they are, a little bit heavier than they should be. But for some of the people I know who've said this, they have kind of been hiding the truth from themselves. Just like I was hiding the truth when I refused to open my bank statements because I didn't want to see how bad it was. My grandparents used to refuse to go to the doctor because they would basically say, well, the doctors only tell you bad news, and I don't want to find out that I'm ill. And it's like, well, that's not really the way to get unstuck. So when you're stuck, as horrible as it might sound, the first thing you want to do is assess your situation, because then you can set goals and set yourself actions for reaching those goals. So become aware of your situation. Don't deny yourself the truth, because that's where power comes from. Knowledge is power, and it's actually pretty liberating to be able to write down in numbers how much debt you've got, how much you're earning, what your budget is, all these kind of basic things that you need to do in order to get on top of your money situation, for example. You can do the same with exercise. You can set a plan for going to the gym. You could set a plan for writing a book, 1,000 words a week, 1,000 words 3 times a week. You can do all kinds of things that will lead you to reach your goals. There you are. So that was a bit of it sounds obvious, right? But that was actually a bit of a little epiphany for me that I had the other day. While I've been ticking off some things and working on others, there were some things that were going unchanged. So for me this year, there are lots of things I'm going to work on, boosting my confidence. I'm going to produce more content because as self-conscious as I get about it, about putting myself out there, I think it's one of those things that's all about facing your fear and doing it anyway. And just if you want to set goals, break them down into actionable things and say, right, okay, this is a goal. This might be a 10-year goal. I want to have a big house. What can I start doing now, today, that will help me get that big house? What can I do? What about my situation is stopping me from having that big house right now? What can I do? Can I take evening classes, build my skills up, start reading more, that kind of thing. So, all right, so there's my little thought for today. On another note, this is my 100th video. So I've been doing these videos now since last summer. The aim was to do one every day, 5 days a week, but I don't get any time. I have a full-time job. There is rarely an opportunity for me to be away from other people because I still get self-conscious. Don't want to do these things in crowds necessarily because, you know, people look at you funny like you're a weird person. And, you know, I'm not weird. I'm totally normal. But yeah, so I've done 100 of these. What have I learned? It's exposed some of my fears, like feeling self-conscious about doing these. It's encouraged me to, as Marie Forleo says, create before you consume. So I get a real buzz out of just putting stuff out there. And also it's enabled me to connect with people. So a lot of people have seen some of the videos I've done. Recently I went through a bit of a dip beginning of the year, and I realised that this happens to me at the beginning of every year, and I'm pulling myself out of it now. But when you're creating these ideas and sharing them, you start to kind of become even more aware of your own situation, your own kind of mental processes and things like that. And I've also realised it's really hard to come up with new ideas for content all the time when you have only 1 hour to spare a day on the train, for example, or if you get into the office early before everyone else has arrived, you get a time to record these things. So a lot of the time I'm just improvising. It's not very well planned or scripted. I don't have a media schedule. That's another goal for this year. So it's a very interesting way for me to learn how to kind of speak off the cuff, if you like. And I'm kind of enjoying it. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 goes. This time it took me 2 goes. I'm just trying to get better. And it's all just done on my phone. I don't have any special equipment apart from a selfie stick from time to time. And just trying to come up with ideas and share them, and hopefully they will help people to think about their own situations too. So there we go, 100 videos, all online, all on my YouTube channel. I don't share them all to Instagram or anything. Some of them are there, but mainly on my YouTube channel. Seek it out if you want to see any more of these. And in the meantime, maybe I'll do another 100. Who knows? Maybe I'll give up after 101. But let me know if you think I should keep going, or let me know if you're sick of my face and my stupid voice and you want me to stop. But hopefully you like what I'm doing, and gives you a little distraction at the very least, and gives you food for thought about your own situation at the most. All right, cheers. Bye.